Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't seen the last video, we loaded up my dad's 1974 highboy. Got it in the shop. Thanks for watching. It's another day working in the shop. Got my dad's highboy in here. Got it all rigged up to get the bed off. A lot of junk in the back. Not sure the condition of the wood underneath it. It's not very rusty though, so I'm just gonna cut the bolts that hang it on there, get it lifted up, get the truck pulled off, get all the wood and junk in the back of here in the dumpster. So follow along. Not bad. She should come up. Shouldn't be any lights or nothing hooked up to it. Brackets just got cut into the frame, so. There we are. So I'm going to get into a little bit of the background here of what's the build plan for this truck. If you're new to the channel, take a look, see how long it takes me to build these things. Usually it's about 6 months or so. So if you're just jumping in on this one, this is the first one you're seeing, trust me, follow along. It's going to be well worth your time. I pump up the videos pretty good. This is, I don't want to say it's my full-time job, but I try to treat it like a full-time job. So first things first is going to be cab's got to go. Second thing, the motor needs work, just from sitting. The reason it was parked was because the clutch was burnt up and the brakes were locking up. So those are the two big things that need to be addressed just to get this thing back on the road. I'm going to show you some of the rust that we got going. The more my dad uses my red and white truck, my F-150, the more he's like, I'd like 16-inch wheels. I'd like them to be tall, skinny tires. I want it to be original. He knows I'm doing all the work to it. He knows it's my money going into it. So he'd be fine with anything I build, but I want him to use this every day. I want him to just, this is the thing he jumps in. This is the thing he drives to work. This is the thing he drives around the farm. Because when he breaks this, I can fix it very easily. His power stroke, it's hard to fit it in a schedule because I know it's going to be so involved to fix anything on it. So my idea was a dual rear wheel highboy. It was going to be a super badass build. I got a Dana 60 front for it, Dana 70 rear for it. I was going to have the divorce transfer case. It was going to have disc brake up front, high pinion. I was going to stick with the 390 for now, just because that's what's in it. He likes it. I would probably do 460 or even a 6.9 IDI swap. I'm really starting to like those motors, but yeah, I mean, that's kind of the build plan. So what you're probably going to see in the rest of this video is me cleaning up this, me pulling this out, and maybe doing a little bit of frame cleaning, but maybe taking this bumper off. But it's a process, and right now just getting this bed off and getting this truck here is a massive first step. I have the cab right out back. If we wanted to just make this truck running, driving, could probably have it done in like 3 videos. It's probably as much work as getting that tow truck ready. That tow truck needed a ton of work. I mean, I was working on that probably 70, 80 hours. So with that, I'm gonna get back to work and we're gonna hopefully make some progress on this thing. There we go. Galvanized brackets are cut off. You can see I left a lot of the weld on here. I probably cut in just a little bit, so I do plan on flap wheeling all this, but it's kind of the nature of the beast when doing this kind of work. You just really want to make the least amount of work for yourself in the future. It's the world's most disgusting, least efficient mousetrap. At least it perfectly preserves them. Now I'm scared to cut the hose. Okay, we got the whole front clip of the truck ripped off. Took about 3 hours or so. There were quite a few bolts that kept spinning on those J nuts. So those were a pain in the butt, but got all the wiring and stuff tucked up. The only thing I still need to take off is the transmission shifter, the transfer case shifter, and the speedo cable. And then got to work on the cab mounts, and this thing can come right out. This cab mount bolt will probably come right out. This one I'll probably end up cutting the cab mount and then lifting it up, and then later dealing with that mess. And then this one here is darn near savable. I mean, that's some pretty darn good soft rubber. That's the way I like them to look. So put some seal rejuvenator or something on there, clean them up. See, this one's not bad either. The washer's far gone though, so hopefully it's not all rotten out. The bottom one looks good too. So got a lot done today. Pretty tired, so I'm gonna finish wrapping up my tools, clean up the floor a little bit, and hit it hard in the morning. Pretty crazy. Dad says he's not getting too excited yet, but I think he has a harder time seeing the progress until the very end. So I'm happy with how this is turning out, that's for darn sure. Another day working in the shop. Today we're taking off this cab. It's a little bit chilly today. It's raining out, so you might hear a little bit of rain here and there, but I was looking through the footage yesterday and the time lapse keep getting messed up. My phone dies, somebody calls, something happens. So hopefully the time lapse of pulling this off goes a lot better, but I guess we'll see. So with that, that's going to be the end of the video. If you enjoyed this kind of stuff, if you want to see the transformation of this truck, follow along, like, subscribe, go back and watch my Bronco videos. You can tell my editing and stuff is pretty poor. I don't think I even show my face till like the 13th video, but trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. If you can help me out there, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching.